Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Friday night. It's a chill stream night, and I'm a cartoon. Welcome to the show. Come on in, take your shoes off, set a spell. It's going to be a fantastic show tonight. I can feel it in my bones. What say you? What's going on in your world? Talk about it. Bill Bennett, you're first in chat. You get the gold star, and he says, Happy Friday, Untethered Live family. I hope you all is doing great. Great. Can't complain. How about you, Bill? Nice to see you. I got the old fire in the background. Been a while since I've seen her. Amanda says, Bill, here's your gold star and hi. Aaron says, watch while cleaning. Well, that's a good thing to do. Clean while you work. Clean while you watch. Watch while you work. One of those things. Yeah, do it, man. Aaron says, watching. Me too, oddly enough. Amanda says, hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see y'all. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had a good week. Like the new thumbnail. Hi, Jake. How are you doing tonight? I am cartoony. And yes, I only have 4 fingers on this hand because this finger, oddly enough, this one, from here to here is numb. No feeling. Dead. How? I don't know. Amanda says, hi, Aaron. And Aaron says, the Jakeson. Jakesons? The Jakesons? I got you. I see what you're saying. No. There's more where that came from, by the way. I had a dear friend and cousin do some cartoons of me, and they'll be popping up over the next few weeks. A couple of them might even make it into the new emojis. We'll see. Aaron says, what's up, Amanda and Bill? Amanda says, Aaron, do you know a lot about AI? Aaron says, Jake only had 4 fingers. Dead. Aaron says, it depends on what you need it to do, but I do it for a living. Right on. I think Amanda wants to make cartoons. Amanda says, LOL, no, he has 5. I just don't think the person making the cartoon realized it. Or maybe they did. Maybe they know me very well. Who knows? Aaron says, I know I was being funny. Well, I try that often. It doesn't quite work. Amanda says, I want to make it do things for me, like make pictures and stuff. Yeah, that'd be nice. Aaron says, look, draw things for you. Yes, like draw things for you. Yeah, like giving it a set of parameters and have it produce an image based on those parameters, that kind of thing. Man, it's hot in here. Don't take long when you're as smoking as me. Amanda says, well, I make cartoon images or thumbnail pictures. Yes, I am looking for a way to do some new thumbnails. And the cartoon thing seems to be functional and working. And, high time, if you ask me, that somebody made a cartoon of me. You never really made it in this business until you've become a cartoon. A Simpson or a Family Guy or something like that. We'll see. Aaron says, oh, they already have apps for that, right? Well, that's what we're trying to discover right now as we speak. Thank you. Amanda says, or should I just get a photo maker app? Probably. Aaron says Instagram does it. I don't do Instagram too often. Amanda says, I know that. Which are the best ones? Do you know? And, oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Aaron says, oh, I get what you mean now. Tune Me is the best one. Tune Me. We'll check it out. Thank you. Amanda says, okay, sweet, I will check it out. And thanks, man. I knew you would know. And Aaron says, yeah. Aaron says, it's coded to be user-friendly and for Androids. Check it out. Amanda says, nice. I'll check it out. And Aaron says, cool. If needed, I probably can get you a copy or figure out what code it uses and make you the same thing. Well, thank you. I think we'll figure it out. Amanda says, okay, I need to make a bunch of stuff. LOL. That's sarcastically funny. She really does need to make a bunch of stuff. We're trying to grow, and one of the things to make you grow is new thumbnails every episode. So we need something that doesn't take hours of my time to do. And that's one of the reasons we don't have a new thumbnail every day, because it takes a long time to produce a thumbnail. But if I could just say, hey, make me a thumbnail, I'll use these pictures, that'd be great. Aaron says, it has a free trial, but for all of it, it is a subscription, but then it will do everything. Well, I don't mind paying a little bit, you know. I got to keep it within a reasonable parameter, because if it's coming out of my pocket, that really ain't helping the show much. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep the show, like I already have to figure out a way to work StreamYards into this thing so that we can do panels. That's going to be this year coming up. We're going to be doing panels. I got a glitch in my screen. It doesn't like my arms. They're too white. Imagine that. I feel guilty all of a sudden. I don't know why. But yeah, I need to get StreamYards working, and I don't mind paying for a service if it's doing a good job. Like, one thing is there's a AI that takes a video, like my long form video, and then breaks it up into little clips, and it guesses segments that are interesting, and it names them. So I don't have to do anything except, press create, and it produces a folder full of shorts, and I can do the short form videos at the same time, basically, with one extra step. I'm also trying to keep the time limits minimized so I don't spend all night editing after a show. It's just one of those things. It's going to take a little time to get going. Amanda says, yep, I see. And Aaron says, we didn't make that, but I know about it. Right on. DJ John, what's up, brother? He says, hi, everybody. How you doing there in London town? Or wherever you are. I'll fix this glitchy screen in a minute. Amanda says, hi, DJ. And Aaron says, DJ John, what's up? And DJ says, I hope everyone's good. How you feeling, DJ? You doing all right, buddy? Are you back settled in at the house and back to your old self again? Hopefully. Aaron says, oh, Amanda, that laptop I told you about is about to drop its release. Sweet. Amanda says, oh, damn, I bet it's crazy expensive, too. I bet. I need to start thinking about not this year, but next year, I need to upgrade computers. That's going to be a pretty penny. I get my land taxes taken care of first, and then next year I'll upgrade the computers, which is going to be a couple $1,000s. So I got to start thinking about what I want, because it can't be a Mac. I looked into it. This Mac that I have, this machine that I use, is 20 years old, give or take. It's a 2009, so however old that is. It's over 20 years. Anyway, and it runs like a brand new top of the line system off the shelf today. But it is getting old, and it's getting sluggish, and it's time for something new. But this machine, which I paid right at $2,000 for, today, the baseline machine, same machine, with 4 gigs of RAM. Keep in mind, this one has a few more than 4. It's got 128, I think, gigs of RAM. 4 gigs of RAM and a 1 gig hard drive and nothing else. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no nothing. $50,000. They're definitely marketing to the movie class people that make movies, animations and such. They're not marketing it to me because I can't buy one of those. It's the same machine, though. I built this one. But you can't build them anymore because they've gone proprietary because of the new guy running Mac. So it's going to have to be, I don't know, it's going to have to be a Windows machine, but I'm thinking Alienware or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's got to be a good one, though. It's got to be like a gaming machine. It's got to have a good graphics card and a lot of power, a lot of memory. Aaron says, I think they're working on the price point that's the last hoop. Yeah. Amanda says, oh, damn, I want the discount, LOL. I want to know what you're talking about. I wasn't part of this conversation, so I don't know what kind of cool laptop you're discussing. Aaron says it'll probably be around $2,500. Right on. Patty Donahue says hello from Tennessee. Patty, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the show. Amanda says, damn it, man. And hi, Patty. And Aaron says, if I can get a prototype, it's yours. Oh. Patty says, hi, Miss Amanda. Muscalera. Is that what that is? I can't remember. I've lost the name of that mushroom, but I know what it is. I think it's muscalera. It might be a different name, though. I think it's that one. Amanda says, that would be sweet, and thanks, man. I was just about to say I want employee discount. Aaron says, hey, Patty, I think your mountains are beautiful there. Hey. Watch how you're talking to the ladies. You can't just come out and say that you like her fluffy pillows. How you doing? Nice mountains. Is that your mountains, or are you just happy to see me? What's that in your pocket? Sorry. Where'd it go? There we go. Patty says, Aaron, they sure are, sweetie. I am blessed. Rocky Mountains. Aaron says, I've only driven past and I want to walk up one. Oh, Lord. That sounds like a dangerous thing to do. Aaron says, I look forward to seeing you, my brother Jake. I look forward to seeing you, too. What are we talking about? Are we planning a get-together? Patty says, I love the cartoon background. Oh, thank you. You mean the thumbnail? Appreciate it. There's more where that came from. My cousin did a bunch of them for me and got us thinking about different ways that we're going to start implementing new thumbnails and new avatars and emojis and things like that. We're working on it. Bill Bennett says, AI can make you a new middle finger. I wish it would make me a real new middle finger because this one's dead and I hate it. It kind of gets in the way. Makes it very difficult for me to play. Which I'm going to be doing a little bit tonight on a new guitar I've been working on. An old guitar that's now new because I've been working on it. Yeah. Aaron says, LOL, the Jake finger. The stanky finger. And not the way you thought. Aaron says, anyone remember the draw machine at Chuck E. Cheese? I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese. I got to fix this. Give me a second. It's driving me insane. I will get it eventually, though. It's a balancing act. I think I got it. Okay. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. I've seen the commercials, obviously, but I don't think I've ever been to a Chuck E. Cheese. There was a thing when I was a kid that was like Chuck E. Cheese, but it was called something else, and I can't remember what it was. But it was before Chuck E. Cheese became a thing. But it had the ball pit and the animatronic puppets and all that kind of stuff. Video games and whatnot. But I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. Do you remember? Hello? No. Okay. Amanda says, I do, Aaron. Chuck E. Cheese. And Amanda says, and makes emojis too. Yeah, we got to make emojis too. I'm working on a couple that I'm drawing, but they're taking a while. Christine Marshall, what's up, buddy? He says, I like tonight's title. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm going to pull out a couple of my guitars here in a little bit. Share a little bit of my love with you. This guitar, this particular one that I'm going to play on tonight, a friend of mine gave me the body and the electronics, and I had a neck and some hardware, and I spent a little time putting it together, and then I spent about probably 6 months working on the neck and letting it set, trying to get it, because it was a bad neck. It was a bad Chinese neck, but I had to, that's the only one I had that would fit it, and it was pretty, so I had to make it work. So I was whittling on it until I got it the way I like it, and tonight is the first run of it in its current situation. I still got a few more little tweaks to do, but it is playable, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it. It's a Wilder Creek guitar. I built that one, as I have a few that I built. How you doing, Christine? You been doing all right, buddy? Amanda says hi. Aaron says, that was an AI trail before we could mainstream it. The Chuck E. Cheese thing? Yeah. Christine says, hello, wavy hand. Hello, Christine. Nice to see you, buddy. See, I wasn't joking. No hair under the arms. Aaron says, hey, Christine. And Caucasian Sasquatch says, 550s raid. 5/5 raid? Congratulations. That was random. Hello, 5/5 raid. I just got a pop-up, and I have no idea what that means. All right, well, come on in. Christine Marshall says, hope everyone is good. Well, I'm doing good, Christine. How about yourself? Caucasian says, Christine, all good. DJ John says, I got a new profile pic. Excellent. I'll have to go check that out. Christine says, awesome. And Amanda says, DJ, that picture fits you perfectly. Nice. I can't wait to see it. Amanda says, Amanita musculera mushrooms, you remembered. I did it. Yes. I don't quite have Alzheimer's yet, but I'm working on it. Caucasian says, I gotta run, but I will leave you playing. Cool. Nice to see you. Come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best as ever been. Aaron says, I used to show Biz Pizza, Jake. That might be the place I'm thinking about. Showbiz Pizza. It was something like that. It wasn't Chuck E. Cheese, but it might have been like Mikey's. I don't remember exactly. I was a kid, but it was before Chuck E. Cheese anyway. Amanda says, the laptop is a trifold, Jake. Okay. A trifold laptop. Why? What do you sit it in front of you like a windshield screen? I can't imagine what that would look like. Christine says, awesome. I love your music. Yeah, I love it too, buddy. Thank you. Christine says, I'm doing pretty good. and made funeral arrangements for my dad. He just passed, and I'm doing good overall. I'm sorry to hear that, Christine. I didn't know your dad passed away. God bless you, sir. And I've been there. I know how that is. If you need a friend, reach out. You've got my email address. It's on the screen right now, right here. Check it out. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we love you. And if you want to hear a song, let me know. I can't sing very much tonight because my voice is gone, but I'll play the hell out of something for you. Amanda says, sorry to hear that, Christine. Prayers. Christine says, thanks, Amanda. And Aaron says, well, that was a Showbiz pizza. It might have been. Might have been. Amanda says, come to the mountains, run, boy, run. Chicken and bread, fat picking out, no. Granny's your dog bite, no child, no. Linda Davis says, hello, all. I'm in chat. Or hello, all in chat. Hello, Linda Davis. How are you? Nice to see you. Did you see my cartoon? I'm a cartoon now. Amanda says, hi, Linda Hun. And Aaron says, it is for the workforce, Jake, so they can fold your impact resistance. Okay. Interesting. I like it. Christine Marshall says, heart. As long as it's a good laptop, I don't care if it's just a stick with a screen on it. As long as it's strong, it's got to be a strong laptop. That's the thing. Traditionally, laptops can't handle heavier stuff, but the newer ones seem like the M2. I'd love to have an M2. Those things are fantastic. My boss has one, and it's pretty, but I can't afford one of those, so I stay away from stuff I can't afford. DJ John says, prayers for you and your family, Christine. Amanda says, hello, Linda. Aaron says, I read that one. Amanda says, it looks like a trifold laptop, LOL. It goes along with my fold phone. Well, you'll be folding all over the place, won't you? Aaron says, the mouse name was Mickey. Or Mikey. Yes, I think you're right about that. Christine Marshall says, oh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? What do you think about that? Can you hear that? Yeah. Whoa, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Oh, that smell. Smell of it around you. Kind of hard to do a harmonic without a very tall Marshall stack, but I can play that song, but it has to be very, very loud, and I don't have the loud capability here. But can you guys hear that all right? DJ John says, hello, Linda. Hart and Christine says, hi, Linda. And Aaron says, that's my Mr. Clean. I'm mopping now. Mr. Clean. I think I got that. Amanda says, we got the new Samsung 9 tablets, or Samsung 9 Plus tablets, and they seem to be pretty badass so far. And gotta love being at mobile metro customer. Well, they're pretty nice. They're decent for tablet use. Not a lot. I could run my XAir 18 on it, digital mixing board and all that stuff, but I hadn't really gotten into using it for anything complicated yet. I do have a digital pen that goes with it, a stylus that's shaped like a pen and has a battery in it and a magnet. So now I can do like real art. So they have some software that you can draw like actual paper. That's pretty cool. So I could use that to do more complicated artwork. It's something I've been wanting for a while. And I can slave it to my Mac and use the tablet and draw on the Mac with the tablet. So that's pretty sweet too. Christine Marshall says, thanks again, everyone. He wasn't the best father, but he was a righteous person with a good heart and would help anyone. That makes him a pretty good father in my book, Christine. Nobody's perfect and everybody's just trying to get by. But, you know, sometimes being righteous is all it takes. Maybe you can get to a place in your life where you can appreciate him for that reason. Christine says, I hear it. Awesome. Cool. Can't do too much of that. Copyright claim. I gotta make some money. Amanda says, LOL, wax on, wax off, Aaron. You need a Swiffer wet jet. I can talk. A Swiffer wet jet. I don't even want to know what that is, but it sounds dirty. Aaron says, can you play that song where you're singing? Hang on. Can you play that song where you're singing the best there's ever been? The best there's ever been. The best there's ever been one. I don't know what you're talking about. I have to know specifically. Can you give me an idea of what song you're talking about? Aaron says, I have a spin mop. A spin mop. Oh, Aaron says, I could put the head in the washer so I know it's clean. Oh, a spin, you can take the head off of them. I was trying to picture what a spin mop is. But I get what you're saying. Amanda says, yep, I hear you there. And Aaron says, I put waterproof and stain-proof flooring in so I could wipe it with a towel, but I have to clean it military style. Well, at least you don't have to sweep, right? What y'all think of this guitar? Isn't it pretty? Look at that thing. It is in every way a solid instrument, and I'm just about ready to take it out on the road with me. I just about got it where I can play the damn thing. The action was like that high on it when I first got it going, so I've done a lot of work to it. Amanda says, and kids don't come with an instruction book, so you learn as you go. Okay. DJ says, sounds puka, Jake. Puka? Is that good? I hope that's good. Christine says, yeah, thanks, Jake. You're right. I usually try to be. Aaron says, the song you were just saying, I think it's The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Oh, yeah. I can't play that. It's a fiddle song. I don't have a fiddle with me. But I could do a little bit of it for you. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal, but he was in a bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young boy sawing on the fiddle and playing it hot, he jumped up on a hickory stump and said, boy, let me tell you what. He said, my name is Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet you're going to regret because I'm the best that's ever been. Johnny, rosin up your bow and play that fiddle hard, cause hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals his cards. If you lose, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold, but if you win, the devil will get your soul. Anyway. Oh, Amanda says, check out the wet jet, Aaron. It's awesome. It's awesome to have when you have a Leo. You guys are speaking in another language. What is a Leo? Aaron says, it's a spin mop, so you can use your foot and it spins. Is this a mechanical thing? Or are you just messing with me? Because I can't picture what a spin mop would do. I mean, you can spin it by mopping. Amanda says the instruction book comment was for Christine and his dad. Oh, well, that was random. Yeah. Aaron says law enforcement officer, Leo. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I still don't know what you're talking about. It's a bucket and a mop. Oh, I got you. Hold on, my chat jumped. I like the guitar part. Thank you, Aaron. The pit, Leo, the puppy. Oh, I got you. All right, so that makes sense now. I understand what you're talking about. You have a plastic floor so that your dog tracks in a bunch of mess and you can just mop it up with a towel. That was a random way of putting a sentence together over quite a few comments, but I got it. I got like a lot going on here. Aaron says it's a bucket and a mop. Okay. Fab Daddy, what's up? Law enforcement officers, a Leo. Well, they could have been talking about their astrology sign. I didn't know. Aaron says, called Cedar. And Amanda says, yep. You put it in the bucket and pump the pedal and it spins the mop head. That's interesting. Why would anybody have something like that? What's wrong with a mop? I guess I'm old-fashioned. That don't make a lot of sense to me. DJ says, puka means amazing, Jake. In Cockney slang, London language. Got it. Puka. I've never been called puka before. Congratulations. You've said something that I've never heard before. Get off the cord, Jake. Amanda says, spins, damn. Autocorrect. I got it. Aaron says, lead educational offender. Lead education offender. I like that one too. Amanda says, hi, Fab. Aaron says, so you don't put it in the dirty water. Okay. Puka shell mop. Nice. Fab Daddy. That's a good cup of coffee. Don't you guys want to have a cup with me? If so, go to the kitchen, pour yourself up a nice hot cup, and listen to my jams. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It is fantastic. But There are several brand new options down there, including but not limited to stainless steel tumblers with locking lids and an Untethered Live Bible Study logo on the front and all my platforms on the back. It's a great cup, keeps your coffee hot for hours. Don't you want to have one? Get one while supplies last. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box. If you want to tip the musician, if you want to show a little love, if you want to, you can do that right there or hit that Cash App $ Jake Johnson Band. And one more thing. If you want to have a great place, you can go hang out with everybody here outside of the YouTuberverse, outside of their oppressive censorship and me misreading everything that you write down and trying to figure out what you're saying. You can do that over at facebook.com/UntetheredLive family. It's all one word. The link is in the chat, and it's a great place to share pictures, videos, texts, and chats and get to know one another out of this place amongst yourselves. And I look forward to seeing you over there. Now, back to the rock and roll. Kind of hard to play up here like this, but we're doing it. Aaron says, nope, I read that one. We're still talking about the mop. My man says, it's a mop. It's a mop. It's a mop. It's a mop, mop, mop. You just don't have to wring it out with your hands. Well, you know, they have this new technology called a mop bucket. We haven't wringed mops out with our hands since the Stone Ages. If you have a mop bucket, you don't have to wring it out with your hands. Aaron says, Jake, can you play Simple Man? It was one of my mom's favorites. Well, that depends on which Simple Man you're referring to. If you're talking about, I ain't nothing but a simple man. They call me a redneck, I reckon that I am. But things going on make me mad down to the core. But if you're talking about yeah, I can play it. Can't sing it, though. And that one's just for you, my friend. Let's see if I can do it in a different key where I can actually sing it. Mama told me when I was young, sit beside me, my only son. Listen closely to what I say. If you do, Lord, it will help you some sunny day. Oh, baby, be a simple man now. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple man and a Jake Johnson fan. We should do this for me, son, if you can, alright. Anyway, we could go on all night like that. I apologize for not being able to sing. My voice left me when pollen started this year, and it has not come back yet. But I will get back to singing when my voice clears up. But until then, you're just going to have to deal with me noodling. Mr. P, what's up, buddy? He says, hey, gang, I had a hot date. All right. Go, Mr. P. So hot, she couldn't pass her back to her house fast enough. My goodness, I'm too nice. You took her home? Did you stay? Are you there now? What are we doing here, Mr. P? You need to wax your mustache and get back out there, buddy. How you doing? Tell us all about your date. I'm excited. Amanda says, hi, Mr. P. LOL. Christine Marshall says, I'll be right back. If you're still on in half an hour, gonna go call my mom. Real quick. Will you call your mom, Mr. Christine? And we will be here in a half hour, I'm sure. But say hello to mom for us. DJ John says, hi, John. Thumbs up. Linda Davis says, hi, Mr. P. Hart. Mr. P says, I voted for Kamala and Sloppy Joe too. Who did? Your date? Scary. Amanda says, this one is way better. LOL, spin mop. Well, I'll take your word for it. I don't mop, so I don't have to worry about that. But if I did mop, I would definitely check out the spin edition of the mop. Seems like we've come a long ways. It's time to innovate. Aaron says, Leonard Skinnerd. Thank you, sir. Did you like that? My version of it, anyway? You'll never hear it again like that. DJ John says, I got a robot mop. I have an artificially... no, let me rephrase that. I have a flesh and blood mop. It's a real, live, living mop. And Linda Davis says, Mr. P, send that one back. If she voted for both of those, enjoy the hot date and then sayonara. That one would cause you nothing but heartache and strife. Linda, how you doing, sweetheart? I don't know if I said hello or not. Hi. Aaron says, thanks. I'm going to miss her Sunday. I hear you. Amanda says, I want a robo mop too, but Jake says, no way in hell. I'm lucky to have my Alexa. I don't want to be surrounded by things that ignore me. Christine Marshall says, killer lick. I love you can play that hard riff. Talk to you later. Which hard riff? Thank you. I appreciate that. I have no feeling in my middle finger, so I'm tripping all over myself, but thank you for, stroking my ego a little bit when I know I suck. DJ John says, Mr. P, now who's the stud? Now who's the stud, Mr. P? Mr. P says, I couldn't. She was a goofball, Jake. Nobody I'd want to introduce to the Untethered Live family. Well, I hear you, Mr. P. I appreciate that. But listen, all joking aside, if you've been alone for a while, it don't make a good googly moogly if we like her or not. You enjoy yourself. It don't matter if we agree with her politics or not. If you feel good, if you feel like you're, getting a little bit of that man treatment where somebody actually acknowledges you and makes you feel like you're wanted, take that. It's worth it. Doesn't matter what they do on the outside. Amanda says, LOL, Mr. P. And Aaron says, thank you, Jake. My pleasure, sir. I wish I could play the whole song for you, but I'm probably already going to get copyright claimed. And when that happens, I have to delete all of the sections where I get copyright claimed, which means while I'm editing it for 24 hours, it takes to do that, none of the ads make any money. It'll still get ads, but after I've finished deleting all the little parts, and that's anytime anybody's going to watch it. Hardly anybody ever watches it after the first 24 hours, so it's kind of a gotcha moment. They worked it out where they didn't actually have to cause us any trouble, but still don't have to pay us. It's one of those catch-22 situations. But I try. I go out on a limb every now and then and play a song, even if I know it's going to get me, because I want ultimately for people to enjoy the show, so that's all that matters. Amanda says, LOL, yeah, it's called Me. I'm the Mop. and dishwasher and all, but I like it. Spent $48 last night at the county fair. Well, I throwed out my shoulder, but I wanted that teddy bear. She's got me saying sugar pie, honey, darling, and dear. I ain't seen the Braves play a game all year. Gonna get fired if I don't get some sleep. My long-lost buddies say I'm getting in too deep, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about the little girl loving, but I like it, I love it. How about that? Man, country was really silly back in the day. I can't believe I like that song. Linda says, hold on. Where'd you go? Linda says, heck, with a robo-mop, I want a cleaning lady. Who needs a robo-mop when you got a cleaning lady? Amanda says, yeah, Linda. You see, I have a cleaning lady, but she wants one. Mr. P says, I wanted to go about as 3 minutes in. Wait a minute, let me read that again. I wanted to go about 3 minutes in. Got it. The as wasn't supposed to be there. I wanted to go about 3 minutes in. She did not deserve the honor of my manhood, Jake. I don't operate like that. Haven't been able to go that far with someone that I didn't like since my early mid-20s. Yeah, well, that's actually a good mark on your character, because that means that you're not out there just womanizing and taking advantage of people when they're in their vulnerable states. That means that you're man enough to hold your peace if it isn't right. So that's actually a good thing, you know. A lot of dudes out there would totally take advantage of that situation. I'm glad to know you're not one of them. Amanda says, oh, damn, Mr. P. Did she have blue hair? Did she have blue hair? Amanda says, I want a cleaning lady just for when I don't feel like doing it. Right on. I'm going to cut my head off a little bit so you can see the guitar a little better. Come on. There we go. All right. You can see my mouth and my hands. That's all that matters, I guess. Easter Sunday at the small cafe. Waitress caught my eye. She was walking right towards me. I was mesmerized. Sliding in me a telephone number. Said, won't you call me tonight? It might have been Easter Sunday, but the sparks are flying like the 4th of July. The looks can be deceiving. Fell into those innocent eyes. No matter what I believe in, that you commit a plan to surmise. Hook, line, and sinker out for those lies. It was one hell of a night. Yeah, that's one of mine. Can't sing it, though, but I wrote it. Linda says, I'd take a cleaning lady for the days it hurts to get out of bed. I wish I had somebody for the days it hurts to get out of bed, but then I would be unemployed. Amanda says, definitely Linda. Mr. P says, no blue hair, but she did have a mustache. I mean, a headache. Wait, why did I say mustache? But no blue hair, but she was a headache. The whiny type. I hear you. Just not for me at all. Bitched when I told her I hunted years ago. Bitched about everything. Yeah, that's a red flag there, Mr. P. You did a good thing by taking her to the house. If she's bitching about you hunting, ask her if she's aware of where food comes from. Because I'm guessing she doesn't know. DJ John says definitely had glitter in her hair. Probably. She definitely had something going on for sure. Well, this is the Wilder Creek guitar. I hope you guys are enjoying the look and feel of her. I'm going to give her a break for a second. And introduce you to Mandy. Yep, that's her name. Don't wear it out. And she sounds like this. I've got a couple more years on you, baby, that's all. I've had more chances to ride, more chances to fall. It's not that I'm wiser so many ways. It's just that my back's against the wall. I've had more chances to ride and more chances to fall. It's a measure of people that don't understand the pleasure of life in a country rock band. I got my first guitar when I was 15, but now I'm pushing 50, but I'm still pretty mean. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. Amanda, light of my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. All right. How about that? How about them apples? Am I outside? Yes, I am outside. Just don't look behind the curtain. Aaron says, Jake, dollar, Cash App. That's a $ Jake Johnson Band. Thank you, Aaron. What it is show off. Hey, I am not showing off. I have a finger that is dead. You see that? I can't feel that finger at all. I'm like barely hanging on here. Show off. I wish I could show off. I will tell you one thing I can do, though. I was watching YouTube, and a video of Billy Strings came on. You know who Billy Strings is? And Amanda paused it, and she said, see, that's a guitar player. I said, I can do anything that guy could do. And she pressed play, and it played a little clip of him playing. She said, play that. I said, okay. Take that, Billy Strings. It's a little slower than he played it, but I can play it. Amanda says, oh, he named it after me. That's sweet. Just got to name it something. Amanda says, and my song to boot. Well, I figured it was apropos. And hi, what it is. What it is says, hello, Amanda, and to all. Hey, what it is. What's going on, buddy? Bill Bennett says, where you campfire go? Where your campfire is still there? Amanda says, you're awesome, Jake. Kissy faces and tongues and hearts. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Amanda says, it's behind him, Bill. And Mr. P says, you outside, Jake? Amanda? Nope. I'm only outside in your mind. That's a facade. Thinly veiled. I got so many things flickering on my screen. It's too dark. Amanda says, no, Mr. P, it's a background. It is one of these. But it's pretty, and I like it, so. Amanda says, pushing 50. I'm over 50, all right? I'm pushing 60. Mr. P says, that would be cool, though, seeing y'all in some normal light. I think we'd all enjoy that. Well, thank you. I have a sleeveless shirt on. That's closer to reality. Amanda says, beautiful, Jake. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, the song I was named after. Right on. DJ says, sounds fantastic, Jake. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. If I keep enough coffee in me, I can hit a couple notes. I got to keep that warmth on my throat, though. As soon as I start drying out, gone. Mr. P says, I haven't been able to feel that finger since middle school. Well, mine just went numb one day, and it hadn't come back yet, and it's been like 3 months now, so. Or longer. But it's been longer than 3 months. Amy Elizabeth says, greetings from Pennsylvania. I'm watching from the hotel. Well, hello, Amy. Welcome to the show. How you doing, sweetie? Nice to see ya. It's been a while. I'm glad that you dropped in. Amanda says, LOL, and I listened to that lick for days. Yeah, but I played it, though, didn't I? Note for note. Just slower. And you're going to hear it a lot more because that's how I remember things. Miss P says, not for the reason everyone messes with me about it, though, because of football. Right on. Well, I imagine I pinched a nerve, but I have not been able to figure out how to unpinch it. And it's really starting to affect me because I can't play well. It's like it cuts my playing ability in half because I really depend on that finger. I didn't realize how much until now, but that's a very important finger. Amanda says, hi, Amy. Did you watch the video I sent you today? DJ says, hi, Amy Hart. Hi, Amy Hart. Because everything is bullshit, says Amanda. Yep. And Amy says, like, shared, and invited some friends. And Amy says, it wasn't funny, Amanda. Mr. P says, one kid got his eye popped out of his friggin' head in football. That shit was horrific. I bet. Good gracious. It's not something a grade schooler or high schooler should see. Aaron says, shit, don't step in it. I wouldn't have on my foot what you just had in your mouth. Amy says, hi, DJ. My eyes are dry. Sorry. Amanda says, ooh, all squishy between the toes. Ooh, don't say that. I just had a flashback. When I was about four years old, I had no front teeth. And I was walking around the yard, and I stepped in chicken shit. And my Uncle George and my dad were over there talking, and they told me the story. I don't remember it. They told me. They said I come around the corner saying, Uncle George, I got thick and fat on my foot. That's a true story. Amy says, hi, Aaron. And Linda says, what part of Pennsylvania are you in? Yeah, I think she's pretty close to Pennsylvania or in Pennsylvania. Mr. P says, another PA resident. Amy, cool. Amy, did you move to Pennsylvania? Aaron says, Mr. P, I saw that happen when I was playing ball before a guy got hit in the temple. It scarred your brain. It scars your brain. Yeah, I bet it does. Watching somebody's eyeball pop out. I'd say that would worry you. Amanda says, are you having a good time, Amy? I hope so. Aaron says, hey, Amy, the comedy legend. Nice. DJ says, that's what I watch rugby. No pads. That's why I watch rugby. No pads. Rugby. That's highlight, right? That's what we call highlight. Same thing. Playing ball with a scoopy stick. Yeah, I got it. Amy says, hi, Mr. P, Bill, what it is, Linda, Fab, everyone else. Nice to see you, Amy. I hope you're having a good vacation. Where'd it go? Mr. P says, hand went through his face mask and popped it out. Popped his eye right out. Good thing it didn't get hung up in his helmet. That would have been sucky. And Amy says, I'm in Dixon City. My uncle died, and I'm here for the funeral. I'm sorry to hear that, Amy. God bless your uncle and his family, and you and your family. This seems to be a thing. Christine Marshall's dad passed away. Amanda says, prayers to the family, Amy. And Linda says, Amy, that is not too far from me. Dixon City. Y'all should get together and do something. Amy says, it's near Scranton. You can stop by and see old Joe Biden, see if he's still alive. DJ John says, it's more like American football, rugby. Gotcha. Aaron says, Amy, I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss. Miss P says, I hate this chat BS. I can't see some comments sometimes until I hit all messages. Aaron, sorry, man. I didn't know till Jake said something. That's all right. Aaron says, you got my contacts if you need to talk. Right on. And Aaron says, it's all good, Mr. P. As long as we got it worked out. That's all that matters. Let's see. What's a good song? Feel like making love to you. Good song. Oh, you want to hear some old sad songs? I hear you. Let somebody else pick a song. I'll play a sad song later. DJ says, can't live without your nuggets. Nice. Amanda says, LOL DJ. Mr. P says, I imagine I missed lots of conversation. I still say it's YouTube's way of messing with us. Never happened to me on other channels on YouTube yet. Well, that's one of the reasons that I read them all, to make sure that everybody hears, in case they can't, because, you know, some people are moving around. They can't sit there with their face in the phone. That's why I read them all. So if you sit around long enough, you'll hear the chat. You just have to get it when I get it. I gotta move this thing back down again so you can see my guitar. There you go. When the rain's blowing, dreams come true, to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, past the highway of regret. Winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. There is nothing that I wouldn't do. I'd go crawling down the avenue, make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love. A little lovey music for you. I bet I've been playing this whole night with my damn noise canceller on. You've been probably not even able to hear the guitar. Yep. In and out, in and out, in and out. I apologize for that. I did not even think about it. I'll check when we look back at the video. Amy Elizabeth says they picked a new pope. He's from Chicago. He's a woke pope from what I understand. A Trump hater. Amanda says, well, since you're on that guitar, play a Garth Brooks song then. There you go. Amanda says, you were in my head. And Aaron says, Southside Pope. I'm from Chicago too. Nice. Chicago. I play a little Sweet Home Chicago, but that's about as far as I get. Aaron says, LOL, and Mr. P says, yep, Amy, the American Pope. Already his name. He won't last for that reason alone. Maybe. It's kind of weird to name a pope from America, isn't it? I thought you had to be Italian for that. Shows what I know. Mr. P says, that's what they're calling him. Amy says, pop a cap in your ass, Pope. Pop a cap in your ass. Yep. Aaron says, I like his song. I like this song. Thank you. Thank you very much. Aaron says, pop a cap in that ass. I used to have a t-shirt that said rock and roll for that ass. DATASS. Jake Johnson, rock and roll for that ass. Long time ago. Mr. P says, yep, the city of brotherly hate. Mr. P says, my, Miss American Pie. We were singing, my, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boy singing whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. Aaron says, fast car? Mr. P says, so true, Mr. P. It's sad. Aaron says that. So true, Mr. P. It's sad. DJ says, kick his ass. Kick his ass. And Mr. P says, they even suggested building walls around the different neighborhoods in Chicago. Really? Imagine that. It's almost as if walls work, huh? Aaron says, it won't help. Mr. P says, to keep gunfights down. Funny thing about guns, they can shoot around walls, through walls, over walls, under walls. Yeah, I've got friends in low places. Yeah. Aaron says they will keep making sub gangs in those walls and keep killing. And a man says, did you hear about the 7-year-old that got shot in Jacksonville over a gang? I did not. That's terrible. Whoever did that should be ashamed of themselves. Aaron says, yep, I'm so glad I lived and got away. I'm glad you did too, and I'm glad you got smart enough to get out of that mindset, because that's what's keeping them all down, that mindset. That's what keeps people in that world thinking that they're supposed to be there. Those very few that can wake up and go, oh, I can do better than this. Those are the very few that make it out alive. DJ says, I've heard about that, Amanda. And Amanda says, that's sad and disgusting. Poor kid. But it's not mainstream media like the other bullshit was. Well, there's probably reasons for that. It's probably not media expedient to report on things that don't have any political weight. If you know what I mean. Amanda says, us too, Aaron. And Aaron says, that's why it continues. It's by design. Right. It is by design. Ask Lyndon Baines Johnson. Amy Elizabeth says, I've got to get up early in the morning for the funeral. Good night, y'all. Amy, God bless you, sweetheart, and thank you for dropping by. I'm sorry you're there under such bad circumstances, but I'm sure it's wonderful to see the family, and we're thinking about you, and we love you. We'll see you some other night when you're back to every day. So thank you for being here. God bless you, and we love you. Where? Oh, here we go. Linda Davis says, Amy, how long will you be in Pennsylvania? I'm just 6 miles off of 81 South. Nice. Yeah, Linda. Amanda says, good night, Amy, hon. And Debbie says, my friends travel through the gutters to the sewers. Talk about low places. Really? Are you friends with squirrels? Aaron says, thank you, and hi, Debbie. How are you? Is there a song you'd like to hear? Aaron says, thank you, and Amy Elizabeth says, we're heading back home on Sunday, Linda. Jake, have you learned Levon? I have been waiting for your version because I enjoy the way you sing. Make this your song, my friend. Well, let's do that right now, shall we? Give me a second. I got to listen to it. I suspect it's out of my range. I heard it before many years ago when I was learning something about the way you look tonight. And back then I could hit notes like that. Can't do it now. So let's find out.
The hardest part about a writing assignment is getting started. I'll use Grammarly to illustrate how AI
Can you hear that?
can be your brainstorming thought.
Hang on. I can fix this, I think. Let's see. How do we do this? Oh. Check 1 2, check 1 2. We always want a clown. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. It don't matter down, 'cause it likes your name. Yeah, I got it. I can play it. I just got to learn the words. That's it. All right, so they're going up to a B there. All right. He was right there. So there's a little walk up. So he's going out of the key of G. So it's. All right, I got that part. When he goes up into that little key change. Oh, so and it shall be Levon. It shall be a good man. Right, reality. There we go. And now. You see what I have to do here? All these button pushing. Thank you for waiting patiently for me on that, Patty. It takes me a while to get to things because I'm the only guy doing a lot of stuff. So I have to, and then sometimes, or something like that. You need a British Trump. Sorry. Do you know how to in like F sharp or something like that? What was I playing? Oh, it's G sharp. Yeah, I'd have to go down. Oh. Amanda says, yeah, that email. Here's my email address on the screen right now, right here. If you need to reach out, please do, or anybody else in the chat that's got a wrench or otherwise. Please reach out if you need to. We love you all. Aaron says, that could be a show title, Rock and Roll for That Ass. Right on. Well, like I said, it was a t-shirt for many years. I would show ought to buckle down and put a stop to that immediately. That wasn't a problem when I was a kid, unless you were in one of the 3 places where that happens, you know, Chicago, New Orleans, or New York. That's pretty much it, or L.A., Compton, something like that. But anywhere else in the world, that just didn't happen a lot. Now it's happening everywhere, it seems like, and we need to stop it. Aaron says, my uncle was killed like that. I'm sorry to hear that, Aaron. Nobody should die that way. Amanda says, it's sick regardless. It is. Nonsense. Aaron says, line dancing. That's nonsense. And Patty says, put it in your range, not Elton John, rock, Jake, country. I got you. I understand what to do with it. I just have to, I have to be able to find a way to serve the song, if that makes any sense. Like, he wrote it that way, so he obviously felt it that way, and if I'm going to transpose it into my life, I have to write it in a way that it works for me, but still honors the song, and I'll try to do that. Aaron says, peacock, peacock. Elvis, Elvis. Right on. And Patty says, yes, 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 yes. I'll get it. And Debbie says, my hubby used to sing, she don't know she's beautiful. She don't know she's beautiful. Never crossed her mind. No, she's beautiful. No, she's not that kind. She's beautiful. The time and time I told her so. I used to do that song. And when I started singing it, I realized there was 2 vocals, and I couldn't do both of them. That's a good song, though, and I like that guy. That's Sammy Kershaw, right? He did quite a few good songs back in the day. Amanda says, I love how he can listen to the first seconds of a song and then play it. It blows my mind and always has. Well, thank you. I went a little manic on here one night trying to explain how I do that. And it's not a thing that you can easily describe, as you saw. I ended up being 6 hours in and still didn't have my point across, and then realized everybody was looking at me cross-eyed like, well, are you still with us, Jake? But there is a pattern to it. There is a way to do that. It's not a magic trick. And if you know how to do it, you can do it too. And Amanda says, hi, Debbie. He can sing that. Yeah. Sammy Kershaw. That's what I was thinking. Carport sign says yard sale. Real estate sign says sold. Family picnic table holds all that it can hold. On the grass and on the sidewalk, hell, there must be half the town. Ain't it funny how a broken home can bring the prices down? Oh, they're sorting through what's left of you and me, paying yard sale prices for each golden memory. Oh, I never thought I'd ever live to see the way they're sorting through what's left of you and me. Oh, I just had an idea. I've never really done this kind of thing before, have you? low rent rendezvous. And he said, yes, I have, but only a time or two. Third-rate romance, low rent rendezvous. There you go, a little Sammy Kershaw for you. All right, I'm done. That's enough of that nonsense. Time to get back to the chat and get on to bed. I've had a long day today. Maybe I can smoke a whole cigarette. Hope you guys enjoyed the music. Sorry for the voice thing, but I'm doing the best I can do with what I got to work with. Patty says, go country with Leave On. I'll see what I can do. I give you my word, I have not forgot about it. It's just on a list of stuff I have to do. Debbie says he mostly played bluegrass. He was invited to all the festivals around the area, and he was offered to go professional once, and he said no. It would take fun out of it. Well, I can commiserate. I was offered to go professional once too, and I said no. But it wasn't because of the fun. It was because of the price. The price was too high. One of the costs would have been my band, which I worked for 10 years putting together and making as good as it was. They didn't want the band. They just wanted me. And so, being loyal, I stuck with my guys. Well, 2 weeks later, 2 of my guys quit, and that taught me a lesson. What I should have done was went and then got famous, and then I could have hired whoever I wanted. I didn't think about it like that, though. Patty says, shoot down on range. Yes, definitely got to go down. It's yours now, buddy. I'll try. Amanda says, Jake could have went too, but it wasn't worth selling his soul. Yeah. Yeah, it makes a good story when you're telling people why you're not successful. Amanda says, he will play with it now, Patty, and make it his own. I will try. I can't promise you anything, but I'll give it my best shot. Patty said, that's it. Debbie says, one of his last gifts to me was he went into the studio and made me a CD. But it's not the same. I hear you. That's a pretty nice gift, though. You've got a CD to remember him by. That's wonderful. It's nice to have people that appreciate musicians. We don't get a lot of love out there in the world, so it's nice when people hold us near and dear. Amanda says, oh, Debbie, and no, it's not. I listen to Jake's album when he's at work, and I'm missing him, but I know what you mean. And DJ says, regular Dwight as none as Elton John. Reginald Dwight as known as Elton John. Right, Reginald Dwight. Interesting. Mr. P says, dang, Amanda, help a fella out. What you mean, Mr. P? Whoa. There we go. Patty says, keep it low and you'll hit the notes. Thank you for your effort. My pleasure, Patty. My pleasure. Mr. P said, Jake's the only guy doing everything. No, I didn't say that. I said I was doing a lot. Aaron says, what is Rumble? It's the same thing as YouTube, only in a different place and owned by different people. And I think you could join up for free if you want to go check it out. I've got the same thing there as I've got here. Minus the big crowd, which is why I do the live here and not there. That may change one day, though, but it ain't today. And Amanda says, cause he hasn't taught me what to do or tell me what he needs done, but I do what he asks me, and I don't go on his computer. I mean, you can go on my computer. I'm not hiding anything. Just don't be deleting stuff. You know how it goes. Amanda says, it's another video platform, Aaron. Free speech. Right on. And Mr. P says, Rumble is more of a free-range type of streaming app. Right on. And it has its purposes. And, you know, they're coming a long way. They're getting there. They're not quite as good as YouTube yet. But if they keep improving, and there's a lot of big names going over to Rumble right now. A lot of big people have gone exclusive over there. So, if they keep growing in the next 5 years or so, it's going to rival and even surpass YouTube. And when that happens, when it starts getting to a profitable platform, I'll probably jump over and just go Rumble, because they don't mess with you like YouTube does. They let you do your thing and let the audience decide who they want to watch. And I appreciate that. But sadly, it's just easier and it's better, and I have a bigger reach on YouTube, so that's why I do the lives here. Aaron says, oh. Mr. P says, not all lefty loosey, right? Aaron says, I barely do social media. Me too. If it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't even have social media. The only reason I do it is to promote the show. And I have Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, Truth Social, whatever. Amanda says, my email is purpletransamt@gmail.com if anyone needs to talk. And DJ says, gang fights with machetes. It's scary for my kids. Yeah. You should let them have guns over there, man. Be way less scary than machetes. Amanda says, this was in Jacksonville, Florida, Jake. Oh, the 7-year-old shooter? Yeah. Or the 7-year-old who got shot, rather. Yeah, that's a sad story. I don't like to hear things like that. Kids shouldn't be involved in these things. Mr. P says, I despise it. What can you do, though? Gotta be somewhere to be relevant or stay relevant. Well, Mr. P, I don't know that I'm relevant, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do something for the world, and hopefully it's received. I don't know. I can only do what I can do, though. Maybe the world will decide that I'm worthy and pick me up and make me go viral, and everybody will hear my name, and 10 years from now there'll be statues of me everywhere, and people will be chanting Jakeisms all over down the streets and wearing little weird hats with my name on them and such. Or maybe, just maybe, I'll just fade into non-existence like everything else that's happened in the past 25 years, and that'll be that. Little poof, and I'm gone. Who knows? All I can do is what I can do and hope for the best. Bill Bennett says, you guys have a great weekend. You're awesome, Jake. Thank you, Bill. You're awesome, too. And God bless you. Thank you for being here. Aaron says, I got a new shark rod today, so I'll send videos of bigger fish. Nice. I gave a kid pointers in the fishing aisle for a half hour, and he was so excited. That's nice. It's nice of you to take up time with youth, whether it be yours or not, just to show a young person something. Who knows? You might have taught that boy to fish, and that will feed him for the rest of his life. That's a good skill to pass down, Aaron. And Amanda says, good night, Bill. Mr. P says, good night, Bill. You too. And Mr. P says, I was just messing with you, Amanda. I know Jake's got those boundaries. I really don't. I don't have any boundaries. I don't hold anything to my chest. I'm transparent as it gets. I hold no secrets. And I might not tell you things, but if you ask me, I'll tell you. I don't offer some things up, but I don't hide anything. And Amanda says, that's awesome, Aaron. And Aaron says, peace, Bill. See you later. I think that's what that means. Amanda says, I like that song, Yard Sale. Me too. I like that guy. Queen of My Double Wide Trailer, wasn't that him too? I don't know why he didn't get bigger. He had everything to make it big, and he just kind of stopped. at a few songs. I don't know why. He had the makings, though. Same thing with that guy, Doug Stone. I'd be better off in a pine box. He did like 3 or 4 great songs and then just vanished. What's up with that? John Michael Montgomery. He just disappeared. Apparently, he's still touring. I hadn't heard his name in 25 years, but apparently he's still out there going. Singing I Swear. He probably hates that song. Aaron says, I drove past the water and whispered, swim, I'll be there soon. Yeah. Linda says, I'd give you my email address, but I'm really bad at checking my email, and it would get lost in the thousands of emails I have never looked at, LOL. I hear you. Me too. Me too. If I don't see it when it happens, it's gone. My phone stays busy beeping all day long for that very reason. I have the notifications on. So when I get an email, I see the title of it flash across the screen, so that gives me a better chance of actually catching it on my personal email anyway. The Untethered live stream is a little cleaner. It doesn't have as many. But the thing about owning a website, which I had jakejohnsonband.com for many years, everybody thinks you want to sell porn on it. So the minute you register a domain name, thousands of people just attack you. They just descend upon you with offers. And I had a Yahoo account, and I had to close it because there was like 50 million emails in it. There was no way I was ever going to see those things. I couldn't even delete them all. There was that many. So I just quit using that and went to Gmail, and then it got full. All I wanted is just have a place where people could contact me, but good gracious with the unsolicited sales nonsense. Amanda says, LOL, Aaron, run, fishy, run, right? Aaron's going to be a menace to the shark community. Mr. P says, I still have a couple of rods at my sister's house from when I went deep sea fishing with my brother-in-laws. Haven't used them since. Heavy duty. Nice. You could sell those things if you're not going to use them. Aaron says, I'm a fish CO. I released them on good behavior. Oh, I got you. You're like the warden. The ocean warden. Amanda says, LOL, that's good, Aaron. Sharks, too. I don't know. Can you eat a shark? I mean, I know you can, but is it legal? Aaron says, want to sell them, Mr. P? See? I told you. I know somebody will buy your little rods. Or your big rods. Your big rod. Somebody want to pay you money for your big rod? Aaron says, yep, I like watching them swim away free. Right on. But you like to catch them, too. So there's catch-22 there. Mr. P says, I don't know. Sure, LOL. I don't recall what brand they are or what reels are on them. I just remember the bill came to over $400. Well, take pictures of them and send them to Aaron, or send them to me, and I'll send them to Aaron, however you want to do it. And y'all negotiate a price. And Bob's your uncle. You got some money, he got some rods. Amanda says, that's good, Aaron. And Aaron says, well, we'll figure a price and we'll work it out. Right on. Mr. P says, okay, man. I need to get up there to visit soon. I'll try to remember to look for them. Cool. Or get my sister to. We can figure something out. Well, yeah, if you're going to make a sale, somebody's got to get them because they got to be shipped. Can you break them down? That's a question. Can you break them down and put them in a box? I don't know how you do that. Aaron says, I can dig it. DJ says, gonna say good night. I got a second dose of chemo later on, so bless you all. Much love and thanks. Well, John, please be safe, and God bless you in your endeavors. I hope that chemo wipes that cancer out and that you don't have to worry about that no more. We'll be thinking about you. See you tomorrow night. Amanda says, good night, DJ, and good luck prayers. Mr. P says, yeah, you build it up here, Jake. Otherwise, Rumble might be more the way to go. You're doing the right thing. Well, if I'd have started on Rumble, I might stay on Rumble, but I didn't. I started here. Rumble wasn't a thing when I started. It came along later. It might have been a thing, but it wasn't mainstream. It became a thing later. So, and I like Rumble, but it's a little quirky. It's a little bit complicated to do a live stream every time, but I think they're getting better at it. They used to not offer a static stream key. You had to do a new stream key every time you did a live stream, and that takes a little bit of time. It's not too unbearable, but it's annoying to have to do every single time, whereas I just press a button on YouTube and it goes, you know. So they're getting better. And if they keep getting better, I would be interested in going full-time on Rumble. But right now, I just put my videos over there because it just takes too much time. And the audience isn't there. Amanda says, oh, reminds me, have y'all heard of the new statue in Times Square? I have. The big fat woman? Yeah. That's what we need to do, make more statues of people that don't exist. Funny thing is when they were tearing all the statues down, all of those statues were based on people who existed that did things that were worthy of having statues built. This person does not exist. It is a fictitious statue person in Times Square that will be there for presumably now on. And that's not the only one. They're doing it all over the place. Kind of makes you wonder what this generation is all about. We'll look back in 100 years and go, these are the generation of people that venerated fictitious people. Kind of like themselves. Mr. P says, God bless, John. I'm praying for you, brother, every day. And Amanda says, and Mr. P, it's not boundaries. It's just I don't get on his stuff. That way, if something happens, it's not because of me. And I know he's not hiding anything, so I don't have to snoop. Well, there you go. Yeah, you don't have to snoop. But you can. I don't have a password on anything, so go right ahead. Mr. P says, yep, I didn't mean to even get into it this far, Amanda. I was just messing with y'all, teasing a bit. That's all right. No big deal. Amanda says, JMM's son is singing I Swear Now. John Michael Montgomery's son is singing I Swear Now. Yes, he is. And about half as good as his dad. Mr. P says, email is crazy. If I forget to mark anything in my email, it's a nightmare finding it. I wish they'd change that about email. Me too. I wish they would stop sending me stuff I didn't ask for. That I wish. Just want email for official stuff, says Mr. P. Amen. And Amanda says, LOL, I just keep up with it. I don't like to have a bunch of unnecessary stuff. Well, keep up with mine while you're at it. See if you can do that. One time I sat there deleting for about 3 days all day long. Just deleting. I can't do it. I don't have time for that. I just won't look at it. It'll just take up space until they shut the damn thing down and I'll get a new email address. And Amanda says, and we know you're just teasing, Mr. P. Yes, of course. And Mr. P says, don't give my email out anymore. I read the fine print anytime I do give it up and still end up with a bunch of baloney, right? And Amanda says, well, I can. You can what? I don't know what you can. Are you saying you are can? I too can. Fruit Loops. Anyway, Amanda says, keep up with your email. Yeah, you can. You might think you can. I turn you loose on it, you'll be sick of it about a week. And about a quarter of the way through it. All right. It is 10:30, and I'm at the bottom of the chat. I'm going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. I've had a long day of printing. So I'm ready to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for some politics, and we'll talk about nondescript, fictitious statue people then. It might be a statue of Queen Latifah on her day off, according to Daily Wire. That's what it is anyway, so we'll see. I don't think it is, though. Mr. P says, good night, fine folks. Linda, Mr. P, Aaron, you guys, God bless you all. Thank you so much for everything. I've enjoyed the night immensely. Please like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chat, or all that good stuff. Debbie, have a great night, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. God bless you all. Linda, good night. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.